You guys can all hear your voicemails being read aloud to Trenton as he writes them down and shovels as much beef and rice into his face as he can at one time. Done by noon. 32 more minutes of work in this day, and then I ain't doing a fucking thing. Pardon me, I have some Sally lips right now. I'm Ryan Kruesi Originals, and today we're gonna do another walk around video because I've got a few bikes of my own that you guys haven't really got to see that much. That you see bits and pieces and things like that, but I never finish any of my own shit until now. Everything I own is running and done, except for the monkey. I just tore it apart again, but that's another story. But today we're gonna go over our House of Harley 21 Road Glide project that's been going on since sometime in 21. I don't really remember when. There is a playlist, you can watch it. It's in our YouTube playlist, House of Harley Road Glide build. We started out with a bone stock 21 House of Harley Davidson. They hooked it up. I wanted a 21 because it had a cable clutch. I hate hydraulic clutches. They're garbage. Like that's not a real clutch. There's no feedback. You're not really like, I mean, if you're just Sunday cruising and shit, great, but not real riding. You ain't clutching no wheelies and you ain't sliding shit with a hydraulic clutch, which I'm sure there's people out there doing it, but it sucks and you're cheating yourself, I promise. So that being said, I went with a 21. Brought it home, actually shipped it out here. Got it to, as soon as it showed up, it came off the trailer. 15 minutes later, the ABS was in the trash. I got rid of all the ABS. I got rid of all the electrical. Man, I should pop the side covers off and really show them in detail what's going on in this thing. We're gonna get real in depth on this guy. I just got sidetracked there, I know, but we're gonna start at the front. I'm gonna have to stay on point here because I'm gonna get too excited and I'm gonna veer all over the place with attention deficit disorder. And you guys might hear about 3 things, but I talked for an hour. So here we go, from the beginning. Front is a stock fairing. It's got a Big Bear choppers headlight relocation kit with 2 Baja Designs LP6s. They're yellow. Yellow is my favorite. It's like turning on the sunshine and you're not killing everybody that's coming towards you. It's got a Clockworks windshield, real nice. It's real nice. I like the lip that it's the only short windshield out there that actually works, in my opinion. Right down below there, we've got some psychodynamic spotlights in here, running stock shitters up here. I still wanted to have the lights. I couldn't find a set of aftermarket blinkers that I liked, so I stuck with those. The bike's got a lot of chrome. It is still working, and they are bright. This thing is bright going down the road. Like, it's asshole bright for sure. That headlight setup is dialed. All this stuff, everything I'm going to show you on this bike is available at KruesiOriginals.com. Or you can call the shop and talk to Trent and he will walk you through whatever you need, however you need, all that good stuff. He's a friendly guy. Tell him how friendly he is when you talk to him. Down on the bottom, we've got Skynet rims. This is a 19 with a 19130. I run a 19 because anything bigger than that is all about looks and not about rideability. We've got 13-inch Kruesi Originals North Star rotors. They match the pattern of the Skynets, but they are 4-spoke instead of 8. We have those wheels available. All that shit is on KruesiOriginals.com. Brembo radial mounts. These are also on KruesiOriginals.com and surprisingly affordable as far as that type of shit goes. This has a Geezer Engineering or Geezer something, Geezer Glide front end on this. It is an inverted front end. It is a 5550. They are inverted legs. They are off of a 2017 GSXR 1000. They were rebuilt by some sport bike race team. Had them rebuilt for these dudes that I never can remember the name of and don't really care anyways, but they got something good inside of them and I don't know anything about it. Other than that, I made the trees, or I made the spacers, all the other spacing, the brake lines, all that other stuff. That kit is available on KruesiOriginals.com. It's only like $1,200, and then you get the legs on eBay, and it all bolts right up. It's really nice, very simple. The rake and trail has changed as well. The bike handle's phenomenal. It cuts really tight. It feels really good. I've rode a shitload of wheelies on this, and it comes down. You know, you can crash out a limiter, and it's like trophy truck stuff. It feels like my race truck. It's real nice. Up top, I've got the CVO stereo system in it. When I ordered this bike, I wanted the most base model, black and chrome, bare bones road glide you could get with a CVO stereo. I wanted the stereo to be decent and nothing else on the bike, because everything else is gonna throw away. I don't want to do stereo shit. I hate doing stereo shit. I really hate stereos on motorcycles. Never owned one or wanted one in my life. And now that I have this one, I kind of like it. It's kind of nice when you're cruising, and I can hear this one at like 80 too with my helmet on. With the AGV on, other helmets not so much, but that guy's pretty nice. TC Bros risers, 8-inch pullbacks. I made a fancy little hold down thing for my wiring right there. Try and make it look as clean as possible. I've got some hold downs over here for these guys that I made. That one's popped out. Got the new Elite. This is the short one. Same one that's on my Dyna. This one pulls a lot better than they ever have. It's really, really nice. Brembo RCS 19. Same master cylinder I run on everything I own. I love this. Once you have one of these, you really can't ride with something else. I can't say enough good shit about it, really. Made the bracket out of a piece of aluminum and a hammer and a vise. Got the reservoir off of Amazon, 19 bucks, shipped. Gas tank is all hand painted. CRD custom paint. Boy Ian over there, he painted the whole bike except for the front fender. The front fender is factory Harley Davidson, and I should tell you that the front fender is off of a 2019 Fat Bob. That is a Fat Bob front fender, and I made the fender mount. Made all those shits. See, I skipped all this stuff bouncing around. Made the fender mounts out of an old sissy bar off of like a fucking shovel head. Cut them all up, reshaped them, welded the piss out of them. Back from there, Santora Fabworks. It's got Santora Fabworks crash bars on it, cage set up. It's really nice. Tried and true, man. I did a lot of drifting on this bike when I got it, and high-sided it real hard a few times and low-sided it many times, and it protected everything. Beat the shit out of me one time, but it protected just about everything else. On this side, we've got, this is our air cleaner cover. It's in chrome. We do not offer these in chrome. We offer them in raw. You can get it chromed yourself. They come in all different kinds of candy, blue, red, gold, black. This is our points cover. These are our floorboards. These are Kruesi Originals F&A floorboards. They're up 3/4 of an inch and back 2 inches. They're adjustable, so you can put them in stock or you can put them back. And then I made the brake pedal. The brake pedal's back in a mid-control position. It has a proper arch in it, so it still maintains all the leverage that you should have. Our saddlebags, let's put this thing in there, I guess. We'll go across the top shit and then I'll put it up. It's got Kruesi Originals, Saddleman, tuck and roll gripper. It's the business. Tuck and roll gripper is the locked in as you can get right there. It doesn't get any better when it comes to stickiness. Got Legends arcs. I run arcs on everything. It's my favorite rear shock there is on the planet. I've run them on everything. I've compared them to everything else. They are great. I compare everything to like long travel shit, and these eat bumps, and you can tune them so well for stunt riding or just racing. Our race bike up there smoked a lot of dudes with those arcs on there, and they are very, very phenomenal. I'm gonna put her in the air so you can see some stuff a little better, I guess. So if we look at the back of the bike, this is my favorite view of the motorcycle right here. It's got a real nice ass on it, dude. Like, look at that. I'd hit that. Got some nice butt cheeks out there, looking real fine. Little something in the middle. Got a little, I don't know what that is. Probably get that checked out, but I love this. A gold, black and chrome. Gloss black and chrome is the best look on Harley Davidson there is. That's traditional, just gangster ass Harley Davidson. It's my favorite. We are not really going to be doing fancy paint job bikes here anymore. I've never really liked that type of shit. I like them like elegant. That's a piece of fucking jewelry right there. I don't need a bass boat painted onto that thing to show off how beautiful my bike is. I want the bike to speak for itself. That's kind of our style of building them. Not to say that we don't still do it for customers. If you guys want to go flashy and wild, we have really badass painters, but our builds are mostly traditional style Harley Davidson with a lot of gnarly shit on it. So this thing looks a piece of fucking jewelry. I got a chrome subframe. This is our subframe for a late model Dyna that I extended in the inside and had to make one new hole. That's all I had to do, and it bolted up, which was pretty wild. It's got our lay down license plate. This is a tail light from a truck stop somewhere outside of Yuma. That's kind of where we tend to find those most of the time. Saddleman, went over all that shit already. It's got our saddlebag kit. These are Kruesi Originals dime bags. They come with their own bag rails. The bag rails are moved forward 4 inches. The bags are in 4 inches. You can also adjust them and get deeper and taller if you play with some things like that. They run 14 and up lids. On all of them, we make these for 99 and up bagger. Nice and deep. Deep, deep. It's got an 18-inch Kruesi Original Skynet on the back. It's got a matching North Star rotor in the rear. These are PM chain tensioners. These are pretty badass. They have race stand mounts, which we always put our bikes on race stands at shows anyways because it looks dope. Now I have a place to properly do it. If you come around over to this side, we've got Kruesi Originals Skynet sprocket, Kruesi Originals chain drive kit. This one is a 2455. We run that on all late model 6-speed Harley Davidsons. It is the setup. Over here, if you notice, the shifter's kind of in a different place. Normally there's that big mount that comes off here and your shifter comes out of here and you got the toe heel nerd shit on there. This guy's in the middle. I welded a standoff, line bored this, welded a aluminum, about 1 inch long standoff that is machined and tapered to accept an FXR division, FXR shift shaft that's aluminum that we shortened about 1.5 inches. Welded it into the back side of the primary, and it has O-rings on it, so it slides into these guys made together like this, just like this, and it seals it all up. And then we run a shift shaft. The shaft itself is out of a late model Dyna, and then I cut the back off, and I had to make the arm because the arm had to be about this much longer because this primary is crazy tall compared to a twin cam. So extended that. So now with our floorboards, you're sitting in a true this is mid control. This is a mid control bagger with floorboards. Floorboard, mid-control bagger, done right, the real way. It ain't out there. Nobody else has got it. I did it. It was an ordeal. It's a hell of a project. But that's not even the gnarliest shit. Next, I want to get into what's underneath the seat. So I'm going to pull a couple things off. I'm going to pull the side panels off, and I'm going to show you how crazy it was to have side panels on a late model bagger that are flush. All these, there's lots of FXR style side panels out there, but they all stick out like 6 inches because there's a ton of shit back here to make this happen. So I made the panels. They were easy. They're made out of ABS plastic. I just made standoffs on the back, all glued together with patch panel. I'll pull that off and I'll show it to you. Oh man. Really now you get to see how clean my bike is. Not that clean, but there it is. It's pretty looking there. Bottle of bourbon in my bag there. Call me old bourbon bags on the road, brother. Or once you've reached your destination and are in a safe space with reliable friends and aren't leaving for the rest of the evening. Or just like get tuned up and hit the road. These are real tight. Hear that? Oh yeah. There you go. They'd be patch paneled. This is really, really gnarly shit. It kind of melts together with the plastic. I got oil from the M8 spitting on me when I ride wheelies. Got some doodads on the outside. It's fucking filthy too, good lord. Bike needs a real cleaning. We'll give her a deep clean, deep cleansing while she's apart. So there used to be the ABS module right here. Like I said, that was the first thing that went. We got rid of that shit. And then I took the box, the ABS box, which is this actually, and we moved it in. The battery usually goes about right here. It's a big ass battery, right? We got rid of that battery. It's got a speed cell battery right here. It's just this little guy. This thing's like 450 cranking amps. This is a very powerful lithium battery. It's a very expensive lithium battery. It plugs in, which I usually leave it unplugged when I'm not riding the bike, but that's the plug-in for the battery. So all that shit's gone. Moved all that stuff in. That was a nice, easy job. All this stuff is on our YouTube channel. It's in that playlist, so you can watch every bit of this being done, kind of step by step as we go. You can watch me make these things. Oh, scares the shit out of me pulling plastic out of something this tight. Come on, motherfucker! It doesn't matter what they want. When you come here, you get what we want. Oh, because it's what's best. Over here, used to be the ECM would stick out here, or the BCM, all that shit stuck out the side. And then you had a fuse box and a bunch of other stuff. Fuse box I just reduced down to this guy right here. And the ECM, BCM are underneath. This is the ECM. The BCM is underneath. Stuck up underneath there and fitted in here, so when you bolt this apart, it kind of comes out and then you've got all your shit condensed into one little spot, which isn't too bad of a job once you get rid of the battery. The battery's the most expensive part of it. That battery costs about as much as 4 batteries from Harley Davidson. But that's how you get that super tight. I wanted this bike to feel as small as possible because I ride Dynas. I like Dynas. I still prefer a Dyna over a bagger, but I wanted this thing to feel tight. And the side covers, when they're just big, it makes the bike feel fat. I wanted it to feel a little more FXR style. Real mid controls, moto stance. I've set up on the bars really nice. Like, it's a nice, tight, clean setup. It feels like a Dyna. Feels kind of more like a twin can or like an M8 Softail, like a smaller version of that. It has that real solid feel to it. It doesn't wobble. None of that bullshit. But there she is. She rips. I got lots of videos of me doing cool shit on it. I'm not going to do cool shit on it anymore because it's all done and it looks way too clean and it's way too pretty for me to be sliding it around and doing dumb shit like that. But I want to keep it nice. This is our show bike. We built this one for show and to build new parts and to market and all that good stuff. It is for sale. If anyone is in the market for this thing, it is for sale. It is 55 grand and I will not take $1 less, so please don't waste my time. But if you're interested, holler at me. If you're not, I really don't want to sell it either. So that being said, we're moving forward on to the next project. Stay posted. This is Kruesi Originals. That's a Road Glide. I'm Ryan Kruesi. We do dope shit. Like, subscribe, follow, KruesiOriginals.com. Peace!